What's up guys, welcome back. Mira from K-Pop Demon Hunters. She's a good character, this one. So let's draw this portrait of her. I'm on a landscape page, use a pencil, use an eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. We're going to start with her eyes, big eyelashes. Center point of my page about here, come up over to the right hand side and we go diagonal. And then we get kind of spiky along the back. Very, very big eyelash lines. Very dark. Okay. This part can even be a bit dark as well, depending on how much sort of eye makeup they have on and stuff. Sometimes very thin, so. Okay, and then line there. And then sort of thinner across the bottom, like so. Right, so she's kind of looking up, angry. And then pupil just in there. So we give her a bit of a top eyelid line. So that would be kind of where like her eyeshadow would go to, I'd say. Depending on the makeup, you know, sometimes it's red and purple, sometimes it's just black. Sometimes there's like a little line around the eye here. Okay, so heavy frown. So like starting sort of here, right? Might be a little frown line, but this is the eyebrow. I mean, it goes arched up, kind of tall, kind of at the back, then down, right? Up and then come down to a spike. It goes underneath her hair, but we'll draw it in like that first anyway. Bum, bum. So around her eyes, depending, I think the image I'm drawn from anyway, sometimes there is these, what you would say, little jewels sort of just stuck to the, where the tear duct sort of meets the nose. And then there's like 3 on the top as well. You could do as many as you'd like now. But I think there's like a little cluster of 3 shiny ones kind of there. Okay, and 1 bigger one kind of in the middle. Optional, but that's just the way it is in the picture. And then we'll go over and do the other eye. So same sort of thing again. Diagonal. Kind of like eye width across. So you could measure the white part of her eye. Maybe not the eyelashes, but the white part. That'll give you your distance between her 2 tear ducts. Okay. Right, and then we'll go across this way and spike it up. Dark, heavy sort of eyelash area. Right, and then bottom eyelid line again. Sort of there. Right. Do. Right, and then half circle just for her. Eye in there, and then the pupil just in there as well. So again, maybe a bit of an eyelid line just at the front, just over her eye there. Right, frowning eyebrow again. There, kind of like arches. So the back goes under her hair, but we'll draw it in anyway. Down into the front there. So for these characters, I think you don't really need to draw much for their nose, just like maybe the bridge of her nose, very thin noses, right? Like very small, slight. And then her nostril kind of maybe very small there. They barely have, you'd barely notice their nose, maybe like a little bit of the bridge, just like that, but I wouldn't draw much more than that. So then, so her top lip, yeah, it's kind of big as well. So like sort of downturned kind of mouth, right? And then her top lip, up and down. They have these like large top lips, most of them do. And then her bottom lip, right, her features are kind of small compared to her eyes. Okay. And then her chin. So her face is kind of long. It's like she's a very tall girl, right? So long sort of face shape. And it's like a gradual curve up sort of beside her eyes, right up here. It's kind of tricky. It's like a wine glass sort of shape, right? You want to like, you're aiming for like here, right? We'll go gradually down like that, right? Very long. Very long face now. Kind of like a Barbie doll, sort of that kind of face shape, okay? Except like an angry Barbie doll. Right, so her hair, right? She has these long fringe spikes coming down here. So like the center of her hair is about there. It's about the same size as her nose, roughly. Okay, and then this comes down this way. Right, very long. Okay, and then there's like some textures kind of in here for where they part ways, you know, in the center. And then the other side. It's down there. Okay. And then like there's like some textures and stuff on this. Okay, so her hair is tied up. We can see her ears, and there's like a little bit of sideburn, like a little bit of red hair, I think, kind of here, just like a V sort of, and maybe there. And then you can just see like top of her ears and her earlobe. There are earrings here as well, but we'll just get the ears sort of in. So the ears kind of line up, maybe that one's maybe a bit high, we'll do it there. And just some ear lines inside. Okay, so her hair tied in a bobbin. What way is that bobbin? It's just a normal one, is it? You can barely see it. Might be her hair. It looks like the same color. Anyway, so it's kind of like parted in the middle here, right? So going like different directions either side, right? And then it goes this way, right? Maybe a bit bumpy. And then down the side of her head this way. Just comes down just to her ear, just kind of down there, right? And then there's like, so it's all being kind of pulled up towards the bobbin sort of section, kind of up there. And there's like some bobbins here. Okay. So then we have the long bits that come around the back. So bumping, right? So these will go all the way down, like behind her shoulders. They're very long. She has extremely long hair. Right? We got to get the shoulders in before we sort of, you know, figure out where we sort of stop. And it's roughly here. So we'll do her neck. So her neck is like very thin. And then she seems to have like a seashell or some sort of jewel on her neck. So it's like this. It's kind of bumpy on the top, and then something like that anyway. Kind of shiny seashell or something. Yeah. Sorry about the noise. There. And then, right, her neck keeps going this way. And then the color of her black t-shirt, she's got like just a dark t-shirt on. And then like casually wearing some armor over this side. So right, and then shoulder comes down this way, and you could put like hair textures just inside here as well. Oh, the earrings! I already forgot the earrings. It's like pendant kind of spiky earrings here, like so. Yeah, there's these little things. And there's like little chain links the whole way up towards where it goes in behind the ear, right? So it's just on the ear there. And then just circles, basically, is the best way to do this, I think. All the way down to that little pendant. All the way down until it kind of touches it, you know. Okay, So, oh yeah. Okay, so shoulder pad armor. She's always ready to go. Right, so like a big silver shoulder pad. This has like rhinestones and circles and stuff. There's all frills hanging down from it as well. My head blocking that probably was. I hope my head wasn't blocking. Sorry. And then there's like just chains or something hanging down here. And just little sort of details like that on it. And so, like, I think there's just like an armpit line there. And if you want, we write the lettering. What does it say? Ion. What is that? Oh no. Won't miss. Never noticed that. Okay. So what? Wait. So it's a difficult enough actually sort of lettering style. So we'll just get the general sort of thing in. So like won't, but it's like fancy. You know what I mean? It's like done in a sort of font. So you know you could do this your own way, or you could leave it out altogether. I'm just adding. This is like the W. It's like strange. It's you know, won't, and it's attached to the O, and they're all kind of touching. So won't. And then miss. So I'm just kind of doing this my own way now, so because it's very specific. You know, you'd need a stencil to kind of like get it exactly the way. Won't miss. Mira from KPop Demon Hunters. Great movie from Sony again, who did Spider-Verse. And it's this same animation style. It's really good. Highly recommend. Great for like the whole family. Everyone loved it in my house. I geeked over the animation. Everyone else like loved the music and the story and stuff. The story was good. Like, I mean, it was a very straightforward story. But the animation is next level. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye. Sorry, I'm back. I forgot to add these jewels on this eye. I just noticed when I stopped recording. So just copying the other side, basically. Ooh, my page. Okay. There she is. Bye.